Live. Can you guys hear us? Is the audio all right?
Let's go.
Is everyone doing good? What do you guys think about the fit?
Who's rocking it better? Is it me or Albert? Who's looking the most like Santa right now? I don't know if the glasses help you or if they don't. I'm not sure.
Let us know in the chat, guys. Yeah, audio all right. Awesome. I feel like Oliver is getting a bit like Santa's Helvers vibe. But that's maybe just what I'm picking up.
I don't know. Oliver, klart dig. People they know.
Who's Mrs. Claus? Exactly, that's Ali.
What?
Yep.
Oh, no. The glasses help.
Hide your hair. Oh. Awesome costumes. Who says it's costumes?
Ooh, we got the mod in the chat.
Oh, we got the mod. Who looks more top? Yeah, you see? Albert winning. Insane.
I would vote on myself, but I have to log in.
Insane.
Shit.
Insane. Well, guys, we are not professional podcasters or live streamers, so if shit goes south, we will try our best here, but we'll make sure to make it the most value-packed hour or so that you've ever seen when it comes to content about an AI agency.
For sure.
Insane.
Damn. 200 people.
200 people watching. All right, guys, let's just get into it. Let me see if I can get this OBS thing to work. There we go. And then we do this. Huh? Look at that. We got the split screen going. All right, guys. Welcome to the 0.1 launch event. Let's see if we can get this working. Oh, there we go. The 0.1 live launch event. It's been a crazy 2025. We went from 0 to 350,000 followers across our platforms. And we went from being cringe to being even more cringe, but now people watch us, which is cool. We also went from being AI agency nerds to being AI agency nerds, but people watch us, which is also pretty cool. And that is all cool and all, but what is much cooler is the people that we've been able to help in the last 6 months or so. Orion landed her first 2 clients with a $1,200 setup fee. Sturley with a $1,500 setup fee. Johan landed 4 clients for his lead revival agency. Shout out to Johan. Brian landed 2 clients. Yves sold a 5K voice agent. Ved signed a 100K follower influencer. Luke got 3 clients in 6 days. Sebastian got his first client after 1.5 months. Oscar's first client, 2.2K. Renor's first retainer for 4K. 3,500 as a first client. Doric's first client. And I can keep on going. We have actually had, let's just go to the end right here. We have actually helped over 500 people in the last 6 months land their first client. So that means 500 new entrepreneurs that got their first win, that can go out and solve problems in the real world, which makes the world a better place. And if that's you, then congratulations from our heart. We are so proud of you and you're doing awesome. Because you already did what is the hardest part. And that is literally what 90% of people don't accomplish. They don't accomplish that first client. And we are insanely proud that we get to be a small part in helping you guys on your journey. It has really given us a purpose, which we're really grateful for. And it's something that we'll probably never stop doing. All right, guys, I'm gonna take this fucking beard off. I'm still gonna wear it as a chain, but I kind of can't breathe. So I hope you guys bear with me on that. But something that we have been asked a lot, which is, all right, I have landed my first couple of clients, but now I have to work 10-hour days because I have to do everything for the client. Or I went from having 1 boss on my old job to now having 5 bosses, which is my clients. And the reality is that most beginners, when they start out in business, they work as freelancers and not business owners. And it's honestly our mistake because it's something that we haven't really shown. How to actually go from a freelancer, or what I call it is a glorified freelancer, to a real business owner. And that is what I'll be showing you guys in the next hour or so. That is all we're going to talk about today. Our goal is that when you leave today in the next hour, you have a clear path for how you scale past this stage. Because the entire point of entrepreneurship and the entire thing that we chased when we started our agency is that we get freedom. And this information that I'm about to show you guys in the next hour literally changed our life and made us go from $5,000 a month to $150,000 a month. So listen up, take out your notepad. It's gonna get really, really good. Now you know what this event will be about. Let's get into it. We will also, you guys, if you went at our last live event, you know we do giveaways. We will be doing giveaways throughout the event where you can win some sweet prizes like $500 in Stripe credits, free Framer for a year, up to 3K BMA credits. You can win a follow from either me or Oliver on IG. You can also win a 15-minute hot seat where we roast the shit out of your agency if you want that. And you can also even win a free one-to-one call, which we usually charge $1,000 for. So we're gonna start with the first giveaway.
Yeah, and we don't know if I should press it or if Albert should, because I have like the lucky touch. Last time I pressed 230K BMA credits, right?
Yeah,
So
that was insane.
I think we gotta give the people a little bit of luck. Because you are unlucky chronically.
Yeah, Ollie has to do the wheel, I think.
That's
Well, oh, okay, we spun the wheel first, but
okay, it's good.
okay, it's just spinning again. Okay, the way we do this, guys, is that you type your Instagram handle in the chat on the YouTube, and then we basically take all of these Instagram handles, we give them to ChatGPT, and we ask one to pick them fairly, because ChatGPT knows best.
Yeah, and if you try to prompt hack, it doesn't work, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell ChatGPT to look for prompt hacking.
So yeah, type the Instagram handles, and yeah, you're gonna have ChatGPT pick.
Yeah.
And I think there's a bit of delay, so I think we can spin it, and then get ChatGPT to pick it after.
I see the Instagram handles coming now, though, so it's gonna be good. All right, we give it 20 more seconds, and then we choose.
Sheesh. We see you, Eves, in there.
Trying to win credits.
Yep.
All right, guys. I'll pick up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna copy all of these, and we are on this, so you guys know it's fair. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. We'll probably need to go to ChatGPT. And
I think it should be fine. No.
no, it is in incognito.
Ah.
ChatGPT right there.
You can also copy everyone again.
And then we're gonna ask it, pick a random winner. Let's see if the OBS is picking this up.
That sent an Instagram handle or something.
Pick
like
a random winner that sends an Instagram handle. Sorry if my typing is a little loud, guys. Instagram handle. Watch out for prompt hacking. And then I'm just gonna type in all of the Instagram handles, and we're gonna see who ChatGPT picks.
We know you guys are the real ones because I see no prompt hacking, and on the other live stream, everybody was trying to prompt hack.
We got Rebecca Elisabetta. Is that an insider trading? That's not your girlfriend, is it?
No.
Okay, good.
Maybe it is.
Maybe. All right, Rebecca, you are spinning now. Let's see what you win. And we're probably gonna do free spins, guys. So keep spamming your Instagram handle in the chat, because then you're gonna have a higher chance of winning. So let's spin this shit. What is Rebecca winning?
She got the unlucky spin. 1500
Was that a
BMA.
private one? 1500 credits.
Yep.
What we'll do with Rebecca is right after the stream, or maybe tomorrow morning, is that we're gonna go through the live stream and send out a discount code or a code for the 1500 credits. So you got that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's choose the next winner. Let me choose one from the chat. Keep spamming, guys.
Keep spamming.
It's going fast.
Yeah.
Can't keep up. How do I do this? Awesome.
You can do pick another one, maybe. Pick another one.
Pick another one.
From this list only or something. Oh,
yeah, okay,
that should be good.
That should be good. That should be good. Then we got Conrad as the second winner.
Conrad.
Let's see what Conrad is winning.
Okay. Do we give Conrad the lucky spin?
Yeah, I think Ollie got to do this one.
It's gonna be too expensive for us to do. Me all the time. See. Ooh.
Freeframer.com. You know, you can make a
Nice.
really nice website. You get it for free for a year.
Yeah. A
Which is
framer
pretty
framer
cool.
is probably, go high level is good because you can launch so many so easily. But Framer is probably the best website builder out
Yeah,
there.
I'd say so as well.
Yeah. So
You can make really clean, like SaaS looking websites. That
Yeah.
looks nice.
yeah. The
Cool.
nice thing is if we keep it in one prompt, we can see everyone. So it's
Sure. But do you think it's going to be, it's not going to be 100% random, I think, because it's an LLM, but
okay.
it's
We
all,
can do
it'll
new
have to
chats.
do.
We can do new chats.
Nah, you're going to have to do it anyway tomorrow, I think.
Right.
All right. The last winner, I'm going to copy the entire chat again. And I'm going to insert that. Pick a random winner. See what it says.
Whoosh.
Chase Christopher is the third winner. But don't
Nice.
worry, guys. If you didn't win, we're going to do more giveaways throughout the live stream. But let's see what Christopher wins. Do you want to do it again?
Sure. See what happens.
Oh, 2,000 BMA credits.
All right.
All right.
We'll be in touch with the credits.
We'll be in touch with the credits. Just watch out from my Instagram. That's why we're going to send them.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Let's get into the value. You probably heard on social media, I hear it a bunch, that you can't trade your time for money. But it's a myth because everyone trades their time for money, even Elon Musk. It just varies how much money you trade for your time. If you work in retail and you make $12 an hour, then you trade a lot of time for a little money. But if you're Elon Musk, then you make $23 million an hour, of course, depending on his stock. But he's trading a little time for a lot of money. So that is what we're going to talk about today. That is, how do you maximize how much you earn per hour? And the only thing you have to understand for that is, how do you build leverage in your business? Most of your guys' businesses, and what our used to look like as well, is that you do outreach yourself, cold outreach, you take sales calls yourself, then you do the service delivery yourself, and then you do customer service yourself. All for very low leverage. But don't worry, if you're just starting out, that is how you start out, because you don't have the money to hire anyone yet or actually build leverage. So a disclaimer, if you haven't landed any clients yet, then you do just that. You can't skip to step 2. You can't skip over step 1 and go directly to step 2. You need to get your first clients first. But the problem is, and the reason that you should watch this right now, is that many stay in this phase of being a glorified freelancer for years. And they call themselves business owners when they in reality are just glorified freelancers. And that's because they haven't learned what we will talk about today, which is leverage. And if they don't learn it, then they will be stuck forever, and they'll probably give up as well, because it's a hard working 10 hours a day in order to have 10 bosses to all make happy. So how do you go about building leverage? Here's my 4 favorite ways of doing it, in no particular order, just 4 ways to build leverage. The first one is that you hire people. You get other people to do the work for you, which sounds simple, but it's not easy. Let me just say that it's a skill. But I'll try and explain how you do it in 1 minute. To understand how to hire someone for a job, you need to understand, okay, what is a job actually? And a job is basically just a bunch of individual tasks that one person can do. So if you want to hire someone, then you take one of those tasks. So if you want to hire someone for a job, you take one of those individual tasks that you want to outsource. This could be your onboarding, and you make a screen share video of how you do it. So that would go on Loom, take a screen share video where you share your screen with you in the corner and show exactly how you do it. So if it's the onboarding, you show inside of Go High Level or whatever you use, how to onboard the client. Second step is that you make a detailed document, which is what we call a playbook, with detailed step-by-step instructions to complete this task. This is what a playbook could look like, where you have split it into parts. And then at the top, you have a video walkthrough, which is the Loom video that you just created. And at the bottom, you have step-by-step guides that explains them how to do it. And the reason that you both create a video and a document is that the only thing they're going to have to watch in the start is the video, and they're going to be able to follow that video. But it's going to speed their process up so much because now they know the process that they can just go through the document and just say, okay, step by step 1, I know how to do this. And then they have a kind of a checklist to make sure that they do it right every single time. Step 3 is that you have the new hire watch the screen share and read the playbook on their own time. And then you hop on a call with the hire after they've watched it themselves. They get the playbook, they screen share for you on the call, and you watch them do it. And a disclaimer right here is that you will 100%, if this is the first time creating a playbook or the first time outsourcing a task, you will have missed something. So all you do when your hire runs into a problem is that you add that to the playbook so your next hire won't run into the same problem. And step 5, congratulations, you have outsourced the task, and the hire should now be able to do it themselves if you have a good video and you have a good playbook. If the new hires fuck up, you kind of have to put your pride to the side because 95% of your time, it's your fault. For example, you didn't add something to the playbook, there was no deadline, or you had unclear instructions, which means that you didn't write it down well enough. And even if the new hire sucks, so the last 5% of the time, if you hire someone that's terrible, you still hired them. And hiring good people in general is a skill that you have to learn. And it's not something you're going to get good at on your first hire. The second way to build leverage is automation. And we are in the AI agency space, AI automation space. So we should be pretty good at this, where you basically can use software and code to automate tasks. These are the 3 first things that you want to automate. The first one is the service delivery. I still see so many of you that spend 5 hours onboarding your clients, even though it's your 3rd, 4th, 5th client. What you want to do is that when you have a service that you're selling, you want to templatize it, you want to create templates, and then you just want to fill in custom values that then fills out everything else. That way you go from a 5-hour onboarding to a 30-minute onboarding. The next thing you want to automate is your outreach. A lot of you are still sending cold DMs, but you can actually use a lot of softwares to send that for you with follow-ups as well, because follow-ups is some of the things that take the longest time. So by knowing how to automate your outreach, you'll save a bunch of time, probably hours every single day. And the third one is onboarding. A lot of you are still sending out contracts manually and then following up with those contracts doesn't get signed. You can do all of this in a simple init or make flow, where you basically just use something like DocuSign to see, okay, was the contract signed after a day? If not, follow up with an email. If you can automate those 3 tasks, then you have basically automated probably like 50% of your business. The third way to build leverage, which is one of my favorite things to do, is to use money to make money. And when I say this in an agency, I usually mean running something like Facebook ads. Right now, a lot of you are cold DMing and you are cold calling and you are landing in spam and you are cold DMing, also like spending hours a day every single day. And the reality is that that just sucks. You can't keep doing that forever. And it also takes you hours every day. Learning this one skill and this one way of getting leverage literally made our agency go from 5K a month to 30K a month. And this is the time when we actually ran a business, I would say. 5K a month, still freelancer stage. And the great thing about something like Facebook ads is that you can literally make people reach out to you instead of you reaching out to them. Your mom has probably told you that it's very illegal, very big no-no to print your own money. But with Facebook ads, you can literally make a machine where you put $1 in and get $5 out. Here is how you do it. And what better way to show you than literally just to show you one of our ad accounts that we are running ads on. You want to set up 2 campaigns. Maybe I need to switch views so you guys can see this a little better. Oh, pretty good. Professional live streamer. This is our ad account. You can see we have a campaign going right here. We actually have 2 campaigns. And what you can do after this live stream is that you can watch this back and you can just copy my settings to set it up your own. You want to run 2 campaigns when you run Facebook ads for your AI agency. The first one is a retargeting campaign. And what this campaign does is that everyone that visits your website, you install a little tracking script on your website that captures that information. And that means that you can create a retargeting campaign where you retarget everyone that visits your website. And this is something that every AI agency should do if they are cold outreaching in any way as well. Because let's say that you DM someone and they are interested, so they go to your website in your profile. They don't decide to book a call yet, but they just check out your website. Now they're going to keep seeing your ads, which makes your agency seem like a very big agency, which is exactly what we want. Enough yapping, let me show you the actual settings. So this is our retargeting campaign at the campaign level. You just want to run it as an auction and you want to run it for leads. There's not that much more on the campaign level. Then you want to run it for instant forms, so you get the information from Facebook in Facebook lead forms. You want to choose your Facebook page and Instagram page, and then you want to maximize the number of leads that you are getting. As a daily budget, you should only really have to spend something like $5 a day. And that's also why I say that a retargeting campaign should always be the first campaign that you set up on Meta, because there's not that many people actually going to your website. So you don't need to spend that much money in order to retarget and show ads to all of them multiple times. So even like $2 or $3 a day for retargeting ads can actually be enough to land you leads and land you meetings. Here comes the most important part of running a retargeting campaign, which is the custom audience, where you include the pixel on your website. This is the tracking script that has an audience that basically just captures all of the information on your website so you can run ads to them. We still, however, include Advantage Plus, because if you're spending something like $3 a day and you don't have enough people going to your website, then this will help Meta allow it to go after other people that are very similar to the small amount of people that go to your website. So we still keep this on. For the locations, I would recommend only really targeting first world countries unless you have a unique advantage in a country. So if you speak a specific language and there's a market for AI, then definitely run ads in your area. But if you're targeting American countries or English-speaking countries, then I would include these, which is Australia, Canada. I've included Denmark here just because we speak Danish, the UK, New Zealand, and the US. The rest of the settings we just keep broad. Everyone that visits our website will now start seeing ads. And the same for the placements, still very broad. We just allow Facebook to cook here. Now comes the most important thing, or at least the next important thing, especially in this new Andromeda update. You want to add a lot of creative, especially in your retargeting campaign. The reason for that is that when someone goes to your website, they might not convert the first time you show them ads, or the second time, or the third. You might have to show them an ad like 50 or 100 times. And in order to do that, you want to have a lot of ads that Facebook can shuffle between. This is what our ads look like. You want to choose a lead form that you create. I'll show you that in a sec. And for the image that you want to use, you just want to have something like this. You want to have a lot of different ads that you test. But this is one example where you basically just show what your agency does compared to what everyone else is doing. Then comes another very important thing with Facebook ads, which is the primary text. Facebook is a little odd when it comes to this, because usually you would think that the headline is what people see first, this field right here. But on Facebook ads, the primary text is actually more important than the headline, because when people scroll, the first thing they see is this primary text up here. So the creative and the primary text is usually where you should put the most time, especially at the start of the primary text right here. At the start of the primary text, you want to capture their attention. We say right here, AI answered 500 calls in 30 days, and that we caused a huge problem for this solar company sales team. What this does is that people now click this see more button right here because they're interested. Okay, what did we fuck up for this solar company sales team? Another thing that you want to do, especially in the new Andromeda update, you want to call out who you're actually targeting. And that's basically what is new in this Andromeda update. It's that usually you would put some targeting in the ad set level. Now, all of your targeting really comes from the ads and the creative that you run. So if you call out in your primary text that you're looking for solar companies, then you'll let Facebook know that that is what you are looking for. And then you can read this afterwards yourself, this full primary text, but in the body, you basically just explain what it is that you do. And at the end, you give them an offer, like they only paid when deals closed. And you have a call to action, which is book a free demo. And then you actually use the headline. You can turn on some AI variations if you like them. I thought these were pretty good. For the headlines, because it's not really a headline, it's more like a call to action. It gets people to click. You want to have things that sounds like a call to action, like only pay on sales, book free demo, etc. And also missed calls equals missed sales. This should get people to click on learn more, which is our call to action. And then for the lead form, you just want to capture basic information like first name, phone number, and email so you can reach out to them. And that is what your ads look like. And then you just want to split test a bunch of different ads. So this ad right here is a ad where we basically just say that you need to know SMS compliance, so you're gonna so you can avoid a $100,000 fine. That one worked really well. We also have these deep dive ads, is what I call it, where I basically just screen share using Loom, and I just do a deep dive into what it is that we actually do, which gives them more information, especially good for retargeting campaigns, because they're probably missing something. They don't have enough information to book a call yet. So by giving them these deep dive ads, you kind of get them ready to book a call and become leads. And that's also what this ad 4 is. This is also a deep dive ad, as well as ad 5. And also, well, ad 5 is actually a professional ad, is what I call them. You can create an AI voice that sounds really professional, put on a background audio.
This is Dr. Blair Brent.
And then you can actually make these inside of Canva, which is pretty cool. They have a lot of bunch of animations and also video clips. So you can create something like this that looks pretty professional. And that has actually worked really, really well for us. And that is also what we have done in ad 6. This is also a professional ad. And ad 7 as well, I think. Also a professional ad. Ad 8 is a bit different. This is what I call a fugly ad. A fugly ad is like a funny, ugly ad, which is basically just made to stand out and look different than what people usually see on social media. You can see this bright green color, and then this message right here. I love having 70% of my abandoned carts because I don't let AI talk to them. Free trial right here. That is a really good, this is performed really well. This is also a fugly ad, like a weird blue color. And you can even use memes as well, something that we have been split testing, which also works really well. This is basically really good for a retargeting campaign because people get to know your brand. It looks like you are a huge company because they start seeing your ads everywhere. And when you show them memes, sometimes they end up converting. Some of our best performing ads has actually been memes. Cool. So that is the retargeting campaign. The cold campaign is actually pretty similar. Let me show you guys the settings for that as well. And I might be going a bit too fast right now, but you can always just look back the recording and just see my exact settings when you set it up for yourself. For the cold campaign, we also have auction and we also have leads. So exact same as the retargeting campaign. For the ad set, we also run it to Facebook lead forms and we choose our Facebook page. For this budget, you want to set it to a little higher because now you are running it to a completely cold audience that don't already know you. So in order to get good results, I would say at least 15 to 20 bucks a day is needed to run good cold ads. And it'll right here say that we're going to get 6 leads a day, but usually this estimate is not really accurate. Then you want to set the location that you want to run it to, exact same locations that we ran before, but you want to keep everything else very, very broad. All your targeting now in this new Andromeda update comes from the creative. You don't really use any ad set target because that's just going to limit the Facebook algorithm. They've made the Facebook algorithm so good right now that it can look at your content and know exactly who it is that you're trying to target. Everything else we just keep broad, the advantage audience and the placements. And for the ads, we just run the exact same ads as I showed before. A lot of different ads, and you should definitely split test what works best in your industry. But it's very important now, and it didn't used to be like this for Facebook ads, but that you run a bunch of different ads because Facebook will then go out and actually find the ones that want to purchase from you and book appointments. So same ad formats as I showed before. You just want to split test a bunch of different ads, and I would say at least have something like 5 to 10 ads in your ad set before you start your campaign. One more thing I want to mention, because this is something that a lot of you are going to run into, is that inside of your lead form, you will get unqualified leads. The way you fix that, and I probably need to do that on this campaign as well, is that inside of your lead form, when you set that up, inside of questions, you turn on this right here, which is conditional logic. And this basically allows you to create multiple choice questions where if people don't qualify for your service, then you can disqualify them. The way you do that is that you then add a question and you choose multiple choice. And then you can see right here, you could write something like, how big is your team? And then you can write 0 to 10, 10 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, like this. And then you can choose based on what they respond here, if they even get to become a lead. So let's say we only work with larger companies, then for 0 to 10, we can literally just say that we can close the form so that they don't even become leads. And this is smart for two reasons. You're not going to waste your time calling people that you don't want to work with anyways. And you're going to teach the meta algorithm that you are only interested in these types of clients. So if you get unqualified leads, I recommend that you run a campaign without this first. If you see that you get a bunch of unqualified leads, definitely turn this on. It's a newer setting and it's really, really good. So you just click choose close form right here. And then we can just have submit form right here for the other options. And that's how we can create conditional logic running Facebook ads. And if you set this up correctly, then you can literally print money. You can see our campaigns right here is getting B2B leads for $1 a lead. That is our cold campaign even, and our retargeting campaign is getting leads for $2.50. What I must say though is that we have a lot of social proof. We are running this from our Instagram account with 270,000 followers, which already there is a bunch of social proof. So you probably can't expect this good results, but even if you start out with a brand new page and a brand new agency, you will still get really good lead costs that can be very, very profitable. I would say anything under something like $20 a lead for a cold campaign and $10 a lead for a retargeting campaign is a good lead cost that you can very easily scale. But of course, this depends on your industry, it depends on how much you charge. That all matters when it comes to how much you can spend on Facebook leads. Awesome. Quick yap session for me, but I wanted to show you guys exactly how we run our Facebook ads. Let's get back into this. I'll do this. There we go. Almost professional live streamer. That brings us on to our second giveaway. I think I need some water as well, so maybe you can take that, Ollie.
Where did you leave it?
It's right on here. You know the drill, guys. Write your Instagram handle in the chat. There's a little delay on, so we're going to let you write all of them in the chat, and then we're going to choose one in about 1 minute.
What's a lead? It's a prospect. It's someone that could potentially be interested in your clients. So this is basically how you get a bunch of people interested in your services without having to generate that interest yourself. It's a way of scaling.
Exactly. Someone interested in your service that has done an action. I think it's like if someone clicks on an ad, for example, and they write in your name, their name, they've done an action because they've been kind of interested in your service.
Yeah.
That's one lead.
After the giveaway, should we do a quick rapid fire to see if people have any questions about what you just showed?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, just take a few questions.
All right. I think it's time to choose someone from the chat. Let's see. So I'm just going to do the exact same. I'm going to copy the entire chat, Control A. Did I get everyone here? And then we are going back into our ChatGPT right here.
And we just copied all the Instagram tags and handles. So if you have any questions about anything that was just on the screen or regarding your AI agency, put it in the chat and we'll take a few questions here just after the giveaway.
Let's see who ChatGPT picks. We got Leo Sarusi. He's an OG.
He's an OG.
Congratulations. Well, let's see what you win.
You press it this time. See what happens. I feel
You
like I'm
sure?
unlucky today.
Can you put Leo's fate in my hands?
You have to give him something good.
Yeah.
Have to give him something good.
1,000 build my agent credits. Not too bad. Not too good either though.
Should we give him another spin? Because it's Leor.
Nah, gotta keep
No.
it fair. I'm sorry, Leo. Try and win again. Cool. Let's do another giveaway. Spam your Instagram handles, guys. What happened to my chat here?
It's working over here. There you go. All right, let's see who gets lucky this time.
Pick another winner.
There's a lot of Instagram handles.
Pinnillas Land. Let's see what you win. You want to click this time?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we got.
Oh, it's a spin again. I'll spin it again.
Let's see.
Freeframer.com for a year again. That's a
Damn.
pretty good one.
Yeah. How much is that worth? Do you know approximately?
At least a couple of $100.
Sheesh.
Congratulations on that. Doing one last. Let's do one last.
Yeah, let's do it.
New winner. TFX Bridge.
Oh, also.
Let's see what you win.
Also OG.
Yes, sir. And again, we're gonna reach out to your Instagram handle from my Instagram, so make sure to watch for that message. Another 1,000 credits. You're not really on a roll, I feel like. Yeah, it's pretty
Damn.
1,000 credits.
And we got some info. If you click on the Ask Us Anything, there should pop some questions up that we could take real quick to see if anyone has any questions.
Got some info.
Yeah. Huh.
End Q&A. Or just click end Q&A then. We are not professional streamers, guys.
We'll remove all questions in the questions list. I don't do that.
Can you send them somewhere if you can see them, Igor? Because I can't see anything.
Me neither. If you have any questions, put in the Ask Us Anything.
Yes, sir. Right, let's get back to it. The fourth way of building leverage is building an audience. And that's what made our AI agency go from $30K a month to $150,000 a month. An audience basically gives you distribution on demand, and you basically lower your customer acquisition cost to almost $0, which is insane. There's no other real way, other leverage that can do just that. That is what a lot of people know, that you get a lot of leads and that it almost goes to $0 acquisition. What many don't talk about is that you also get higher close rates because now you have more trust. You have way higher demand, which means you can also charge more. And something that's very underrated that not that many people talk about is that it's much easier to find good hires. When we hire someone new, we always make an Instagram story, and then a bunch of people, they sign up, and we can basically hand choose who we want to work with, which is awesome. So let me show you guys our exact content strategy that made us go from 0 followers earlier this year. We started in February to now 270,000 followers on my account and 50,000 followers on Oliver's account. Let me show you guys our exact strategy. Probably need to change this as well. There we go. Now it's a bit bigger for you guys, right? Awesome. This is our exact strategy for how we grew around 300K followers, 350,000 followers on all our platforms. And we know this works because it's the exact same strategy that we have used for Oliver's account and our business page as well for Build My Agent. Let me show you guys how we do it. And this is something that you should build. I believe that anyone that's running an online AI agency should also be online where the eyeballs are, because that will literally just make clients reach out to you. Something magical happens when you go from reaching out to clients and spending all day just cold outreaching like crazy to having clients reach out to you. And you can see this is an example right now. They reached out to us if there's a possibility of our small niche clothing label to get AI help for your business. It doesn't really get easier. This is a very high intent lead. So here's exactly how you do it. The first thing you have to figure out is what formats work in my industry. And to figure that out, you post once a day. If anyone is serious about social media and they don't post once a day, I don't even listen to what they say, because that's just a waste. You post once a day and you do it in a bunch of different formats, because you want to find out what actually works in your industry. These are my best performing formats. We have the authority and hook. This is really good when starting out, because you can take someone that is very well known in your industry. If you are in real estate, for example, you can take someone like Ryan Serhant, because he's known by everyone in the real estate world. And then he says something about AI, for example, or something about follow-up. And then you make a video explaining how AI can follow up or how you can use AI. You basically get some of the authority that he has, and it's a good hook as well. And you bring it on to what you are saying, which works really, really well. And that's also how we got our first viral video. The second viral format is the split screen, where we have something going on at the top. This could be something like a tutorial or something showing like a CRM or anything really. And then you at the bottom that just explains it. For some reason, this format works really, really well too. And the last one is something that we have been experimenting with lately, which is the no talk videos, where you just get a notification, you just show something with no audio, no talking, which for some reason actually performs really, really well and also gets a lot of leads. When you found an outlier, and I qualify an outlier as a video that has 10 times amount of views than your normal videos get, you double down. So let's say that you usually get 200 views, which is what most accounts get when they just start out. All of a sudden you get a video at 2,000 views. That is when you double down on that format. And when you do that and you do it over a longer period of time, you're gonna get a viral video. And this is what it looks like. A viral video will starts being shown to non-followers. And you can also see this curve for views over time will be a lot higher than your average reels. You'll also see that your good videos have a higher average watch time and a lower skip rate. That's the two most important metrics to look at when you provide valuable content. You can also see the retention curve. You want that to be as flat as possible. And this is one of my viral videos. You can see it has a very low skip rate. I would say anything under 30% is a low skip rate and a quite high average watch time. I would say anything over something like 16 seconds is a good average watch time. You also want to look at the like to save ratio. Usually you want to have more saves than likes, because this means people find it more valuable than actually enjoyable. So make sure to also track that metric. To show you what to do, I also want to show you what not to do. This is a terrible video that we released. You can see our people drop instantly in the hook, which means the hook is terrible. This reel has a skip rate of 70%, which means that 70% of people skip the video in the first 3 seconds. And the average watch time is 7 seconds, which is pretty terrible. And you can actually use this curve for a lot. For example, if your curve looks like this, it means you have a really good hook and then a bad body, because people start to drop off in the body. If you have a video that looks like this, you have a good hook, a good body, but you might need to cut your call to action or change it out completely. The great thing about a retention curve is that you can see exactly where it is that people actually drop off. I hear a lot in our communities that people say, well, I don't know what to post. Well, it's social media. You can literally just open your phone and you can start scrolling reels and you can get inspiration. You can also find popping accounts. You can literally go in on our account and see, okay, what exactly are these guys doing? What is working for them right now? That is the great thing about starting social media for beginners. You can literally see exactly what people are doing because it's all public. You can also just do what I say if you want to land clients for your AI agency, because you will naturally learn new AI agents, voice agents, and it inflows. Basically, you're going to be automating something as you go on and run your AI agency. When you learn something new, you in the hook say that this automation saves $10,000 over the year for plumbers, for example. You explain who it can help and also what it does. Then also right after the hook or in the hook, you show a demo of what it is that you actually created. So if you have an automation, you show the actual automation of it running. If you have a voice agent, you show yourself actually talking to the voice agent. And if you want to attract plumbers, you talk about plumbing stuff. And if you have a chatbot, then you show yourself chatting with it. Then in the body, you want to show a quick tutorial of how to build it. This is what a lot of people miss. But you want to position yourself as the expert. Some people are going to take that information and go and build something themselves, and that is fine. But if you show this, then you're also going to have a lot of people that say, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. I'm going to give him a follow. And at some point, they're going to reach out to you and get you to build that flow for them. And that is ultimately how you get clients from social media. Another trick is that in this call to action, you say, if you want a full tutorial, if you want my help, comment X and I'll send it to you. Because a little bonus tip to farm followers is that you can then say, this is meant to help out the followers. Are you following the page? And get people to reply yes. And I can't put a number on how many followers this has gotten us. Because you then get people to follow you and they reply with yes before you send them the resource. A bonus tip is that you then use Go High Level for this instead of ManyChat, because ManyChat scales with how many contacts you have, which is going to be very expensive for you in the long run. By using Go High Level, you basically just get fixed price, and then you can add as many leads and as many contacts as possible. And this one trick right here is literally going to save you thousands of dollars when you blow up on social media. So that is how you do it. It is not more complicated than that. The only thing that really makes the difference is how long do you keep posting. I had to post 100 times before I got one viral video. So that's 100 times I posted where I was cringe as fuck, and my friends was watching this and like, what the fuck is this guy doing? The thing is that it's only cringe until it works. So just keep posting, post 100 times. I don't want to hear that it doesn't work if you haven't posted 100 times. Awesome. Let's get back into the presentation. That was the last way of building leverage, or at least my last favorite way. There are more ways, but we're not going to go into them in this presentation, because when you know these 4 things, then you're basically set. Cool. Now you know what leverage is, and you also know exactly how to implement it. You can copy my settings for Facebook ads. You can copy our things that we're doing on social media. You can build leverage. This information literally changed our life. So I really hope that it helps you guys. Because with this information that we have just shown you, you can go from a business that looks like this, where you do the cold outreach and you spend hours a day doing it. You take the sales calls, you do the service delivery, and you do the customer service. You're working 10 hours a day because you've set up a business with low leverage. Instead, you can get a business that looks like this, where you spend 1 hour a day just checking your ads and creating a bit of content, which is high leverage. You now have a sales rep because you've learned how to hire the person using playbooks and videos, which is high leverage. You also have a tech person that can now do the actual onboarding of the clients, and he can also do the support. All of this high leverage. All you really need to scale an AI agency to 30K a month is 2 hires. And then you can literally work 1 hour a day in the business, which is creating content, doing whatever you need in order to get leads flowing. And then everything else is being taken care of if you set up the right systems. And that means that instead of spending 10 hours a day working in the business, you can also spend 7 hours working on the business, which is going to make your business look like this. And this is then how you scale. You can then take your little agency that you have right now, you can pack it in a box with all the high leverage things that you're doing, and then you can take your playbooks that you just created, your SOPs, and you can literally just give it to the new hires that you get. And then you can duplicate what works. All of a sudden, you're making 120K a month because you 4x your business. And you do it again, and you do it again, and you can just duplicate because you have built something that's high leverage and something that you can copy. A proven framework, a proven SOPs, proven playbooks that you can just give to someone, and all of a sudden you have a huge business. That's exactly how businesses like McDonald's can create a cheeseburger that tastes the exact same in the US as in China, it's because they have really, really good SOPs, really good playbooks where anyone really can get that handed to them, and now they can create a McDonald's cheeseburger. And that's also why we have so many McDonald's everywhere in the world. Business is so great because you can basically create infinite leverage. You can also always do something that creates you more leverage. And that's exactly how Elon Musk can make 23 million an hour, which is crazy, unheard of. Of course, this varies, but he's making a lot. And that's because he has so many people employed under him. All of the people employed under him are somehow benefiting him. And that is also why leverage is so important. And I would even say that if you haven't implemented leverage in your business yet, then you really can't call yourself a business owner. I really tried hard to pack as much information as I could into this little hour or so, but leverage is unfortunately not something that you can learn in a day. So that is why we're having this event. It's also what it will be our next goal for 2026. It will not only be to help people get their first client, it will also be to help people scale past that. And also show you guys exactly how you create leverage. It's honestly our mistake because we haven't made enough content about just that. So you can build your own 30K a month AI agency that kind of just runs itself. And that is also why we're launching the 0.1% group, and that's exactly what the 0.1% group is going to be about. So let me show you guys what is inside the 0.1% group. So I have it right here. So this is what it looks like when you get in. Oh, the camera's gone.
Damn.
Did it heat up?
Maybe. Let's see. It is only a bit hot. We have a backup camera.
Can we deploy that, you think?
Yep.
We can also just use the MacBook camera.
We could.
Sorry about that, guys. Not professional live streamers. Try and turn off the camera and turn it on again.
But it's hot. It's just going to do the same thing in a second again.
Think so?
I think so, yeah.
It's crazy.
We can try. You good?
Yeah, there we go. We're back. Our camera overheated. I don't think we have a good live streaming camera. Let's keep that as a backup, and then we keep going. This is what you get, guys, inside of the 0.1%. You get a network. You can see there's already 17 early birds inside of inside the 0.1 right now. You get a network of entrepreneurs that already has landed their first client and already doing well. Then you get detailed instructions in how to create leverage, which I just showed. I couldn't go too much in detail on this one call, but you get a full guide for how to set up Facebook ads exactly like I showed with a full step-by-step plan. You also get access to the AI Albert and AI Oliver. We've basically taken all of our content from all of our YouTube, all of our 1% content, all of our 0.1% content, and placed it inside of two AIs. So I can ask, how do I run Facebook ads? And it's now going to search through all of the content that I've made. It's going to find the 0.1% content, and it's going to create me a detailed guide for how to run Facebook ads. You can see the two campaign strategy, retargeting campaign and cold traffic campaign, setting up your first campaign, installing the Facebook pixel, etc. So let's say that you're watching some content and there's something you don't understand. You can literally just ask AI Albert and he's going to help you out. Then we also have a full guide for how to create organic content, more in detail about how we actually edit the videos, my exact editing way until 100,000 followers when I edit my videos myself. And also systems. Oliver will be going through how you build and hire the right way and how you actually build systems. It's probably some of the most valuable things that we have ever talked about. Another thing that we'll be doing, and that is only if you join today, is that we'll be doing a free agency review to anyone that joins. What this includes is that you fill out a form and then you make a video about your own agency with the things that you're struggling with right now. And because we have been right where you are right now and going through the exact same struggles, we can look exactly what you are doing right now and what you're not doing, and then we can help you past that stage so you can scale. So this is only something that we're doing right now because you're on the live stream. you literally get a completely free agency review, which is something that we usually charge $1,000 for. Awesome. Then we also have a weekly call every Wednesday for the 0.1% only. In our other group, the 1%, sometimes we have a bit basic questions, which is good because that's more of a beginner group, where about like how to set up your business. This is going to be way more advanced, how you scale, how you implement leverage, exactly like we have talked about on this call. Cool. I think it's time for another giveaway, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool.
We also do have some Q&As. I think the way we do it, want to go through some questions in terms of, just what people they ask.
Maybe we do it at the end. I think that's smart.
We could do that. Submit the questions at the top, and then we can go through all of them after the giveaway.
Exactly. You guys know the drill. Let's do a couple of giveaways before we continue.
Put the Instagram handles in the chat, and you get the chance.
You get the chance to win. All right. I am copying. I am going.
Just give them a little 20 seconds.
Pasting it in now. Who is the winner? Let me make this. You guys can probably see. We got Sharara Hick as the winner. Let's see what you are winning. Do you want to do the wheel?
Sure. Let's see. We got the lucky touch.
The lucky touch. Oh, is that a follow from me? No, close one. You get freeframer.com for a year. That's probably one of the most, maybe the Stripe credit one is worth more, $500 in Stripe credits.
Yeah.
But the Framer one is also good. Congratulations. Let's do one more. So I'm going to copy the chat. Paste this in. Pick a winner.
Luke Nye.
Luke Nye.
Damn. You do this one.
I do this one.
Yeah. See what we got.
That might be a follow from Oliver. Oh, yes, sir.
Sheesh.
Get a follow from Oliver on Instagram. And then
Alright.
if you start making content, Oliver can roast you in the comments.
Yeah. I do that to everyone.
Cool. And then let's do one more.
Yep.
One more.
Sheesh. See, we got some prompt hackers.
Got some prompt hackers.
Let's see.
Oh, ChatGPT is getting slow now. I'll have to create a new chat. Is it capturing that? It is. Stojan. Let's see what you are going to win. I feel like I have a lucky touch
Yeah,
now.
you got it.
Oh, $500 in Stripe credits.
Sheesh.
Insane.
Yeah, that's really good.
So we're going to reach out with the link to that on your Instagram. So make sure to check for a message from my Instagram around tomorrow. I think we'll be able to send them all down.
Yep.
Awesome. Let's continue, guys. It is time to launch officially the 0.1%. And last time we had confetti. We don't have confetti today. We couldn't find it. I'm sorry, guys. But the 0.1% is live.
Officially.
Officially. And like I mentioned earlier, only because you're with us live right now, this is something that we are going to end as soon as the live end. You get a free agency review as soon as you join by me and Ollie, which is something we usually charge $1,000 for. So you get to make a Loom video where you explain the exact struggles that you're struggling with right now. And then we go through that Loom video. We see, okay, this is what you're missing. And we make a Loom video back where we explain, okay, this is the exact things that you're struggling with. Here's how to fix it. And the reason why we can do that is because we have been struggling probably with the exact same things that you guys have been struggling with. So only if you join us in the 0.1% school, there's a link in the description. You can join. You get a free Google agency review, which is worth $1,000. Pretty nice. Also, only because you're with us live, you also get $203 a month off. Normally, the price for the 0.1% is going to be $500. It's going to that right after the stream ends. Today, because you're with us live, because we want to build a community, and community includes people, we're going to do a launch deal, which is that you get $203 off every single month. You get grandfathered in, so it never goes to $500 for you, and you can join for $297. You get access to AI Albert and AI Oliver, like I showed you. You get the in-depth guides, which is hours of content about leverage only, leverage. How do you build an AI agency that runs itself, where you just turn on ads and then you get leads. You don't have to sit there and cold call all day. So you get full access to the new 0.1% school, of course. And then we also got a lot of questions about this, which is a lot of you are in the 1%. If you join the 0.1%, you also get access to the 1%. So right now, if you're paying $97 for the 1% and you join the 0.1%, you are going to get access to both school communities, which also means that you get unlimited Go High Level accounts for free, like you usually do in the 1%, which means that you save $297 a month. You get free 3 months of Build My Agent if you join the 0.1%. And to summarize, this is a deal that you only get because you're with us live. That is the 2 top ones right here. You get 40% off for life. You'll never go up to $500. So you save $203 a month. You get your agency reviewed by Albert and Ollie, 1-to-1, which is something we usually charge $1,000 for. You get access to AI Albert and AI Oliver, so you can ask it any questions. Full access to both the 0.1 school and the 1% school. And then you get unlimited Go High Level accounts, so you can save $297 and you get free 3 months of Build My Agent. Pretty sweet deal. Probably one of the better deals that we have ever done. So if you join today, if you're thinking about it, it's in the description. Normally $500. It's going to go to $500 right when we end this stream. Now it's only $297. And free agency review. Only something we're doing for the people actually watching, because that is our true supporters. That's you guys watching right now. So truly appreciate that. And of course, you can cancel anytime you want. You're not locked into anything. We don't do contracts for that. If you are still on the edge, then remember that tax season is upon us. We're going to be paying a lot of taxes. Oh, our camera went out again.
Try to turn it on. Worked for a long time now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Does it say overheated?
It doesn't say anything, no?
That is weird. Maybe adjust the cables or some shit, I don't know. But it turns off. Then it says, then it's overheated. I'll keep going, guys. Tax season is upon us. So if you want to scale your AI agency and you also want to use it as a tax write-off, then it might be a good opportunity to get in on it right now. To summarize, 40% off on joining right now because you're on this live stream, because you're the true supporter. Free agency review. We look at your exact agency, what you're doing wrong right now and what you can do better in order to scale, specifically about leverage. Access to AI Albert, AI Oliver, the new 0.1% school and the 1% school, and then unlimited Go High Level accounts and free 3 months of Build My Agent. Normally $500. Today, because you're on this live stream, you get 40% off, $297. If you're interested, link right in the description, right below this live stream. Let's take some questions now. That's when I had a Q&A planned.
Yeah, I think Bilal actually has a really good question that I think maybe a lot of you guys are wondering. He says, do you recommend that I join even if I'm just starting out, or better yet, if I'm more advanced? And I would say the access to the AI Albert and AI Oliver is a resource that you can use anytime at any stage of where you are. And the same thing actually goes for the agency review. So if you break down your agency and you mentioned that your biggest pain point is getting your first client, we also have the questionnaire in there where you will tell us what you're currently doing to fix your problem. We will be able to give you an exact roadmap, an exact plan based on what niche you're doing, in what market you are, your unique situation. So agency reviews are going to be absolutely goated because it's just taking the knowledge that we have and putting ourselves in your shoes and telling you exactly what we would do in order to take you from your situation, whether it's getting from 5 to 20K or it's from getting from 0 to just one client. So those are the two biggest things that you would get inside of the 0.1%. And then of course you would also automatically get access to the $97 one, which is the 1%, and get everything in there, all the deals, the go high level, and then the free 3 months of Build My Agent. So you get pretty much everything that you need to get started and another call. So if you're super locked in, you show up and you ask a bunch of questions on the 1% Q&A call on Sundays, and you also show up on the Wednesdays where we answer a lot more questions because it's a smaller group. And we also do hot seats. So people, they join and, you know, we take a deep dive into all the problems, all the questions that you have, and really just make sure that you have a clear path throughout the whole process. I think that's kind of our goal every single time we help someone, whether it's AI agency review or we make videos. It's just to make sure that you have a plan from where you are right now and then how to get to the next milestone. Because you have to take your main goal and you have to be realistic. You can't just say, I want to reach 10K. You have to break it down into milestones, and it could be 100 different milestones. And that's the most important thing, is giving you the roadmap to reach all the milestones, because you can't skip. I think it's a very important lesson, is the videos on hiring and the videos on scaling and automating is something that is for when you get that first client and see, okay, I did something that worked. I called someone, I said this, now I'm going to be hiring someone that will call someone and say the same thing. So I think that is the most important distinction to make between the 0.1% and the 1%. And if you want to go super hard and lock in, then the 0.1% will be perfect, because that is the main way that you are going to get a bunch of agency reviews. You're going to be on a bunch of one-to-one with us, ask a bunch of questions, have all the resources you need, and it will help you guaranteed no matter where you are in your journey.
For sure. Any other good questions?
Yeah, I think you actually have to just watch them on your screen, maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Holy shit.
Can we get an additional discount if we upgrade? Yes, you actually do. Because if you're in the 1% already and you upgrade, then you get the 1% for free. So you're basically getting it for $200. I'm just starting, and should I start by looking for a technical freelancer to start with building the agent or building them myself? I would strongly suggest building it yourself from the beginning. And then the 1% and the 0.1% will be super good places. And we've seen so many people partner up with either salespeople or technical people. There's so many partnerships that has started from the 1%. It's amazing to see. And I would honestly do that. So pick your strong suit and then find your other half, because that's what we've done. It's the golden setup. Just have someone that complements you in a way where you are basically going to be unstoppable because you have what the other one doesn't. How long is the deal available? This deal will be available while we're streaming.
Yeah, so we're gonna run the stream a little longer afterwards, maybe an hour or so. So people that join late, that are at work right now, can get in on it. Mm-hmm. But after that, then the deal is gone forever.
Yeah. What happens if I already have Go High Level? We can import your snapshot. So everything that you have in there, whether it's website, automations, phone numbers, you can turn it into a snapshot, send it to us on our email. We take care of everything, and we get that data transferred. Shouldn't take too long.
Camera is gone again. Maybe I can change this. Properties.
Can we change it to the?
You can change it to the iPhone camera. There we go, guys. Can you set this up? Do we have a tripod?
We do have a tripod. Perfectly set up.
We got the backup, guys.
Guys are backstage.
Not professional podcasters or live streamers, guys. You can just cutie patootie.
Is it decent?
It's pretty, like, it's not straight.
It's not straight. Oh yeah.
There we go.
That's good?
Yeah, a bit more like you gotta be in the frame as well when you said
Okay, good.
that right there is good. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's see.
Why does the graphic doesn't even look bad? You see this?
We just wasted a bunch
We
of money
just
on a
wasted
camera.
5K on a camera that overheats.
Damn.
What are we doing?
Holy.
Right. More questions.
Okay, looks good. Let's see.
Yeah, so the Go High level, we can just transfer your account that you have right now. So if you're paying $297 a month for your accounts, we can literally just transfer them all over. High level has done it really easy. And then you have the same sub accounts just on our high level, which is pretty cool. And then you save 297.
Wait, if we buy the 0.1, we get the 1% for free? Yeah,
Yes.
that's correct. So if you were to buy the 0.1%, you would literally get access to every piece of content that we've ever made. And an AI that's deeply trained on it. And I think it's going to be one of the most valuable things, like highly slept on, because it's going to be able to help you with technical things. It's going to be able to help you price your AIs. It's going to be able to do so many things. And we might even get replaced in our jobs. Inside of the 1%, we have so many questions every day. We answer every single question that you guys might have about anything. We answer them every single day inside of these communities. And we might actually replace ourselves here a little bit, but it's gonna hurt the community. But yeah, I really think that these AIs, they're pretty insane. The only problem is I can't switch to the question tab.
No, I'm not sure. How
It
this
should
works.
be.
Like I don't have a tab right here. Is it possible to just buy credits for BMA? Unfortunately, we've done it on the plans, so you gotta get a higher plan, unless you win free credits.
So it's a seamless transition of my client and go high level, no downtime, etc. What I would do is, if you have go high level already and you want to save that $297 a month, I would make sure to turn your client into a snapshot, import it into ours, make sure that it's working and up and running, and then ask us in the support too, because it depends a little bit on what you've set up already. I'm 100% sure that we can make it really seamless. However, let us know what it is inside the support, and we can transfer it over. Just make sure to not just completely terminate your go high level while you do it. So.
Sure. What is the annual subscription fee for the 0.1%? You can go in and check, but it's $2,397, I think. So you save 30% a year going annual. I signed up for the 1% on the 28th of November, but if I switch to the 0.1 now, I have to pay $297 total plus the 97 that I already paid. You can just reach out to support and we can check your billing, and then you will get a refund.
Yeah, for sure. Is it possible to have a free test account in Build My Agent and become a member after? I mean, the only way you can get a free test of Build My Agent is to sign up to the 1%. I believe that would be the easiest way to do it. How do I get access to the 0.1 if I'm already a member of the 1% without getting charged extra? Inside of the 0.1%, we have something called perks inside of the classroom. You go into the perks. In there, you're gonna have everything. You're gonna have go high level. You're gonna have Stripe credits. You're gonna have make.com. You're gonna have so many different perks, and one of those perks is gonna be free 1%. You sign up to that, and then we'll upgrade you. Actually, we'll send you an email with a free invite to the 1%. That way you have the 1% for free.
For sure. Bro, just one query. If I join the community for 97, how many months will I get free unlimited access to Go High Level and Build My Agent? Go High Level is infinite. We have basically bought the highest plan of Go High Level, so we can have unlimited sub accounts and also have you sign up for free on it. So you get that forever. And for Build My Agent, you get 1 month trial inside of the 1% and 3 months trial inside of the 0.1%.
For sure. Question here, if we are in the 1% school, do we access to templates it proven to work and ready to sell? Actually, inside of the module that's called systems, we have 5 different AIs. We have lead reactivation, live lead engagement, Google review, voice agent, and am I missing one? I don't think I am. but we have the exact sales frameworks that we use to pitch every single one. So that alone, if you go inside of the 0.1% and you already have one client and you just pick one of those sales frameworks and bring those questions to your next check-in with your client, already there you will have the subscription paid. All of those frameworks, if it makes sense for them to implement an AI into their WhatsApp, into their website, maybe if they want more Google reviews, whatever it is, you will be able to upsell them on these services by using those proven frameworks. And we have proven frameworks on every AI, and we'll continue to update them. And all of those frameworks are going to be inside of the 0.1%.
For sure. Is it 203 monthly for the 0.1% group, 0.1% group, or is it only that amount if you paid for it annually? You save $203 if you're with us live right now, which you are. So it's $297. Maybe I should show the price. But you save $203. Let me actually pull that up right now so you can see. There we go. See right here? Normally $500, but today $297. That means you save $203. And of course, when the price is increased after the live stream, you still keep your price forever, just because you're with us today and you are the true supporter. Let me go back to the chat. I gotta set up some hotkeys or something, so I'm more pro in this.
Gotta get Stream Deck.
Feel like a boomer. Is the 0.1% worth if I haven't started my own agency yet? It depends on how much time you have, I would say. Because inside, when you join the 0.1%, you also get access to the 1%, which means that you can watch all of our content from A to Z and get a full roadmap of how you actually scale all the way through. And that is smart, because that means that you can, you get access, you get the entire roadmap laid out for you, and then you also get access to the AI Albert and AI Oliver that can help you as well. So it's more help, so it can definitely be worth it if you have the time. If you don't have the time and you just want to start out, then I would recommend the 1%. I'm investing $297 in the 1%. Please help. I'm still starting getting clients. If I close client 1, will upgrade for you yearly. I'm just 19. Please help. Yeah, well, if you join, then you get the free agency review as well, right? So you can get we can take a look at your agency one-to-one and look exactly what you should be focusing your time on right now. So if you join, then congratulations, and make sure to make the agency review so we can help you out. Cool. Let's continue with the next segment, which is, let's see right here if I can get this working. Is this only? Right, guys. Let's see.
Young Ginger is in, he says. Let's go.
Young Ginger, welcome.
Dude, we're gonna look forward. The first call is gonna be on Wednesday, so just make sure that you join that call, because it's a lot more valuable usually, because we can get around to more questions, and usually it's a bit more high impact than it is inside of the 1%. So that's also one of the big things, and we're gonna be doing hot seats in there too. So yeah, make sure you guys join that on Wednesday.
Here is what we'll be doing next, guys. We are choosing a couple of you that have joined the 0.1% now, the supporters, and we're going to do some live agency reviews for you. So think Q&A, but in way more detail about what you guys are currently doing with the agency and what you can do better. So if you have joined the 0.1% right now, there's a link inside of the pinned post inside of the community. You can go in there and you can get a free agency review right now. It's not included in the one that you're also gonna get. We're basically you're just gonna join us live, and we can do some one-to-one reviews. So make sure to join that Discord. I can pull it up right here, maybe. See if we have anyone in there. We do have one. So make sure to join that Discord, and we'll drag you in. Let's start with Zach. Let's see if Zach is ready, and let's see if we can hear him as well, if all the tech works. Yo, Zach, can you hear us?
He fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
Oh,
Yo.
Yo,
yeah.
can you hear us?
Yes, so I'm talking through my headset right now. My computer, I had it set up with mic and everything, and next thing you know, my internet goes out. So now on my phone,
Well, it works. It works.
like
Let me
10 minutes ago. So there you go.
shit. Let me know in the stream, guys, if you guys can hear Zach as well, if the audio is all right. Awesome. But let's just get into it, Zach, because you're an OG. We already know what you're doing. But maybe explain to the people at home what you're doing right now with your agency, how you're getting clients, and what you're doing right now revenue wise.
Sweet, great question. And damn, I'm pissed I'm not on my computer, but whatever, this will work. So good old Wi-Fi. Well, obviously now it's a lot different than as I started, and that's something that I've noticed a lot, like watching YouTube videos or watching people, is like their advice, what they would do now or what they're currently doing to get clients is a lot different than how you should start, because what they're talking about in the webinar, the whole point of leverage, it changes, and it'll change how your business operates, and it changes how fast you can scale and what you can focus on. But so obviously what I'm doing now is a lot different than how I would start. Just a quick disclaimer, but mostly right now I get a lot of referrals just because I really care about doing a really good job for the first few clients I did have. And I run ads, and right now I'm trying to really ramp up spending in ads to like $5,000 a month. And then also trying to catch up to Ali and Albert in terms of content, because what they're saying is so true. If you can get people to come inbound pre-sold, it makes your job a lot easier. And because after you send like 5 or 10 Zoom calls in a row that don't show, you're like, what am I doing? So ideally you start getting people inbound that are pre-sold, and life becomes our business in general becomes a lot more bearable.
Yeah.
Insane.
I think that's also why we decided, we basically had a lot of discussion on what to actually put inside of the 0.1%, because content only started working for us after a long time, and it was trial and error throughout the whole process. So we were kind of debating on putting it in because it took so long for us. But then, if we are able to boil down our process, we know that a lot of you guys would be able to just shortcut that. How long did we spend? Hundreds of videos and months without any results, stuck in 200 viewer jail. So we thought, why not put everything that we've learned across that past and then just turn it into a bunch of videos. So yeah, I think, Zach, we're gonna roast your content, dude. So you better put some of those videos in the community, and we're gonna make sure to just roast you until you at least surpass me. I'm going pretty slow at 50K. So when you get there, maybe we'll be quiet.
There's a video of Zach, me roasting Zach's content in the 0.1% right now.
Oh, so good. Super helpful. I needed it bad.
But yeah, I think I already know what you need, Zach. But for the audience, how much revenue are you doing a month right now? How much did you do last month?
So last month, it was about like August. It's definitely gone down this time of season. I think I'm like 7,500 or like 8,000, but a few months ago I was like at 11. But it's been good because talking about how just recently about leverage and stuff, I realized I needed to, I was managing around 10, 11, but I was doing everything from sales to onboarding to payment processing to fulfillment, service delivery, content. I was like, okay, this is good, but if I really want to get making 10 or 11 a month, I have to start looking to hire people or to put things in place where I can just focus on a few things with all my time rather than, so I guess become really good at a few things rather than just average at a bunch of things. And so, but that in turn has taken the last few months. And so some churn hit me, and honestly, that's the worst recently. I'm because usually up to this point, my churn was 1-2%, because I would just give my heart and soul to each client. And even if it was above or outside of what they were paying me to do, I was all right, I'll figure it out, or I'll do it, just because I want, one, to learn, and two, I obviously wanted to continue growing and getting referrals, etc. So it's a lot different now, but it's been really good because I put a lot of systems in place with kind of what they're talking about earlier with having automated website templates or having onboarding SOPs for people. And now I'm really excited to spend a lot more into ads and to to now double, triple what I've been doing the last few months. So, but to answer your question right now, I'm about like 7,500, like 8,000.
Insane. And I can ask this question because I know you, Zach. You've had problems with hiring in the past, right? Or at least have said that you've hired people or tried them out and it never succeeded. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I mean, the biggest thing is everyone's like, it's, and you guys are great about being transparent about this, about showing like the whole actual process. But a lot of people, they see the screenshots, they see stuff, and they don't realize that it might take you a year to get like 2 clients, like 2 like real clients. And but people are expecting like, oh yeah, I'm gonna send out some DMs and I'm gonna hop on like 3 sales calls and they're all gonna close. It's like you have to sit through like 10 no-shows and then have 10 people that do show up that are like, oh, I can't pay it. And then you follow up them with for 4 months, and then finally they might close like 6 months later, even though you send them texts every single month, every single week, and for 6 months straight. And I think what people, so I guess most at the beginning I was like trying to partner, mostly just because I didn't have like a ton. I was trying to partner with people, and when it comes to like building a business, there's so many things you have to do, and I think a lot of people are just more task oriented. Like, okay, just tell me what to do and I'll get it done. And so I realized it's just, it can be tough when you have to figure out things to do. And so they just run out of steam. But then even then, when I started saying, okay, maybe I'll just have someone to just like film my videos for me or do this or that. I mean, I feel like I could be a pretty nice boss, but I don't know. I think people just, after, it sounds nice and it looks nice, but after a few weeks when you're not making thousands of dollars, you're like, maybe I should go back to Fortnite, or maybe I should go back to whatever. Whatever it is, it's like that sets in, and most people just at the end of the day aren't really built for it. So that's something I'm still trying to learn, is like how to really find and gauge good talent and like even just good drive, because it's way more of a mentality thing than a skill thing. Nowadays, what I look for in hiring is someone that's willing to learn and I can teach them, and that I know is not going to just give up. That's way more important to me than someone just like, oh, I'm an expert, whatever. Like I love doing it because there's a difference.
For sure. Yeah, and that's also one of the big unlocks that happened to us. We went from being in your exact situation. We had hired someone to do the onboarding for us for our AI agency, and in reality, he didn't really do that well of a job. He has to be like micromanage a lot, and it took him a long time to learn the basics. And now we run like our business right now, our operation, where we literally just have to post. Maybe we spend 1 hour a day on content, maybe even less, like 5 hours a week, where we just shoot all of our content for our entire week, long form, short form, and then that's it. It's being taken care of. All our videos are edited the way we want it to. Unlocking that has been huge, and the same for Build My Agent. It's much harder, I would say, to build software, find good engineers, find people that can build that software, than it is to, for example, do some onboarding process and go high level. So it's just like steps that you unlock along the way. And it's definitely not easy. We are still struggling to this day, like still hiring good people. So it's a skill that you build out. Might take you 50 or 100 hires before you've really nailed that. But you're definitely on the right track.
Exactly. And I found it's really so nice, because like being able to double or triple the amount of input I can put has already been super helpful recently. So I'm excited to see what next, as I hire more, outsource more things, help me to grow content or do it, or higher leverage activities.
For sure. Yeah, it's going to be huge. Another thing I think that you can improve a lot is when it comes to your offer, because it sounds like you are kind of offering a bunch of different things to a bunch of different clients. You are probably at a stage now where you can start productize your services, which means that you say, okay, in this package, we have these things. You can, of course, always like tailor a little bit, maybe charge more for that. But where you start like offering some packages where people can see, okay, because that means that you can upsell your clients. If someone is not running Google ads, for example, already, you upsell that on top of what they currently have, basically creating some good packages, running ads for those packages, because you know they solve real world problems, and then go out to your existing clients, upsell, downsell, etc. That's going to give you way more wiggle room than just having a bunch of different services that you kind of stitch together in custom solutions. Have you done more of that since we talked about it last time, or is it still like a little bit of a mess what services you offer?
Yeah, it's definitely been dialed in a bit more. I kind of have just a few main services, but even then, I'm still really now like they're starting to become they're starting to have a lot of overlap now. So now it's nice and a lot more manageable. Like I said, to be able to have someone out like outsource it to someone to take care of it or to upsell people on. So still working on it, but yeah, it's now instead of just like all these random tailored solutions, it's just hey, this is what you're gonna get. This is what you do. If you want more, then we can talk. But which has definitely been a game changer in terms of time spent on each client.
For sure.
Yeah. I also think the upselling part that you mentioned is something that we discovered is insane because it's infinitely easier to sell something to someone that already bought from you. So I think something huge for you too is I know for a fact that if you were to use the upselling frameworks inside of the community and you just do these check-ins with people. So just to everyone, a little bit of secret sauce is the way that we had clients that maybe paid us $500 or $1,000 a month. The way that we got those clients to pay us anywhere from 2K, so doubling the revenue up towards of 5K, is we made sure to set up weekly check-ins with people or bi-weekly check-ins. And on those meetings, we would just make sure they were extremely happy. And then we would have a super casual conversation that sold the products for us. So it would literally be making sure they're happy. If they are happy and we don't have to fix anything, we're just like, oh, I was wondering. And then we kind of go into actually selling them a bunch of AI services. And that is how you take what you already have. So if you have one client, you just turn that client from maybe $500, $300 into $800 or $1,200. And just using those upselling frameworks on these check-ins and implementing the check-in strategy is just going to make sure that you have less customers churn and that you double or even 5x the amount of money that these clients are spending with you, because it's infinitely easier to sell to those clients. And I think you, Zach, I know you'd be busy as fuck, but once you take a look at the hiring videos and free up some of your time, then this is a system that you could implement with the clients that you have and just make sure that you get, 5 of them, 10 of them to pay you $200 more for setting up Google reviews. And that would just bring you an extra 2K. So yeah, that would be, that'd be good if you set that up.
Exactly.
That's a great point. And I'm excited to watch the videos that you have in the community. I guess sometimes I get worried sometimes about upselling people and it's dumb because I know I just need to get over it because I just want to provide so much value for the same cost. How would you guys recommend? Because sometimes I'm just like, oh, okay, here's another service that we have as well. I'll just, you're already paying me, I'll just set it up for you. And I'll just end up just some people pay me almost nothing and they get so much, it's crazy. But I guess how would you go about I know it's more like a mental thing, I just gotta get over it, but just saying, and granted, it's probably easier if they're having success with you and they like you and things are going good. But I'm guessing you just gotta just do it.
Yeah, I mean, what you can always do, and it depends a little bit on your client and also what you're selling, of course. But what you can always do is if you wanna make it a higher chance that they say yes, you can tweak the offer to be less risky for them. So it could be something like saying, let's say that you were to implement the Google Review Agent. You go through the upselling flow, and then when they ask you about the pricing, then you say, well, you know what? Because we're good friends, I'm gonna give you the first 10 Google reviews for free, and then we can look into what the pricing looks like and if it's worth it to you. So removing risk will have them say yes instantly. However, what we have always done is we just say the price and we shut up. that's the best strategy, right. And we've been able to do that over WhatsApp too a bunch of times when it comes to upsells. So kind of just having that conversation and then just saying, I could set it up for $200 for you, and it's gonna get you a bunch of Google reviews, and then just don't say anything, because that's usually when you actually ruin the sale. So there's a few different ways to go about it, but you can always remove the risk from the offer, make it a no-brainer offer, and you will have people say yes. You'll take on more workload, but then of course make sure that you can then monetize it after.
Sure.
But not super good, and I think that's really key. Is just what you're saying. I'll try to implement that more. It's just we have make the no risk, but also just if they're already seeing success with what you're doing, they should be want more what you offer, because then that would by extension mean they're going to get more business or more success or whatever. And that's actually a tip as well that I'd recommend to anyone even just watching is that Ollie just kind of mentioned, but is over communicate things. Like, especially when you're like, what I found a lot of times is like people just want to know what's going on. And like for your first few clients, I would like give them daily updates all the time. Just like, hey, we just set up this for you. Or if you're just doing research for them, hey, I just researched this, this, and this. Here's what I learned. Like, even like if you can be as granular as possible and just over communicate, it's really tough to like lose clients that you get. Or because people just want to know that step one, you're working, and then two, like something's being done. Because, or like have some sort of timeline. If it's like, okay, we'll start working on it, and then the call's over, they don't really know what's going to happen. But if they're like, okay, we'll start working on it, you'll get an update here in 3 days for this. Your website should be live in 6 days. Like, and then give them even more updates in between. I think it kind of goes hand in hand with what you're saying, Ollie, which I can even do better at is having those weekly calls with people, even like after I've already gave them the service to like follow up and then have a chance to upsell.
Yeah, and then you just make sure they don't leave either. So that's it's just
Right.
beneficial in every aspect, and that's honestly you can also just outsource that. So once you found a good meeting framework, and maybe just record one of the meetings, use the framework from the videos to create these systems, and then just pass it on to somebody. It's something that is it's repeatable, it's scalable, it's really nice. So yeah, definitely would recommend that.
Yeah, just try it, Zach. Even over WhatsApp, I think I've closed like 15K or something, maybe even more, in WhatsApp chats. Just like said, yeah, we can implement this. Sometimes they ask for it, and I just say, yeah, it's gonna be $250 setup and then $250 a month, something like that. And that, like, you're gonna get some internet partners where they just say yes, and that's what you want. But yeah, and then you can take that system, you can take those messages that you send, you can make it into an SOP, say, okay, if they say this, if they say that, you're gonna have to add a bunch of stuff. I would say that some of the hardest SOPs to create is the support, just because sometimes you have some niche scenarios that you need to go in and add in your playbooks. So your SOPs and playbooks are kind of like always changing depending on the new product that you just launched, etc. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're crushing, Zach. Like I'm sure in a year, like you're gonna scale to 50, 100K a month. You have the basics already, which is by far the hardest.
That's the goal.
It's just building leverage. Let's give you a shout out. What is it? Your YouTube channel? Or is it your Instagram? What do you want us to show on the stream?
Oh, probably the Instagram. Instagram needs some help.
All right. Let me. Can I do like this? Yeah. See if I can find your Instagram right here. I think I follow it.
I think you follow both of mine, to be honest.
I might be on my shiny account and not on my. Oh, I'm on this one. What is it? Is you have some weird Instagram name, don't you? This one? No, it's not this one. Right?
Let me see the stream. I can't even see what you're
This is
saying.
your personal one. We don't want to leak that one.
Leak. Send it in the Discord, Zach, if you can.
Yeah, send me in Discord. I'll share it on stream so people can go give you a follow.
That video is kind of tough, though.
Tough horse.
Sheesh.
Got some music on that bad boy. It's hard.
That's good.
Did you send it?
I can't even tell what you guys are looking at because I'm on my phone.
Send it in Discord. We'll share.
Yeah, and we can also we'll probably do one more agency review, because we're ending at 9.
Yes, sir. Did you send it, Zach?
It's the Discord's not working. No, just WhatsApp for you. I'll WhatsApp to you.
You're gonna WhatsApp as well, yeah. But I don't want to leak my WhatsApp chats. Do this.
Oh, it's still
No, it's the other one.
okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Discord chat won't even load. Internet's so cooked.
It's working with your voice though.
Literally 10 minutes before. Yeah, luckily.
There we go.
I can send. Oh, it's working now for me.
Cool. Let me show that shit. go. Go up, search Instagram, guys. Search C_Peterson. You gotta change your name though. That is just troll.
I
No
know.
one's gonna find you. Search up
Well,
C Peterson.
my personal one's not bad, but yeah, that one's rough.
I'm gonna leave a link in the chat, guys. Go give Zach a follow. He deserves it. That's my fucking. Right, I'll spam it in the chat.
When are we getting access to the 1% when joining the 001? You go into Classroom, then go into Perks, and then just give us your school name, and should be pretty instant. We do it day by day though, so yeah, just make sure to upload or to give us your name on school, and then should be done within a day, maximum 2.
Exactly.
And you should have access to everything.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Zach. Thank you for hopping on. We're gonna take the next agency review now.
And if you are inside of the 1%,
Peace out. Zach.
peace, Zach. It's good to have you on. If you were inside of the 0.1% and you didn't join the Discord, we didn't do the agency review. Inside of the Classroom, you have agency review 1, and it's basically just a bunch of questions, and we'll do the exact same thing that we're doing here. So yeah, don't worry if you're not on Discord.
For sure. But I can see we have 2 in the Discord right now. The pin post inside of school, that link right there takes you to the secret Discord where you can get a live agency review. So make sure to join up on that. To go through the deal, if anyone new has joined, only because you're with us live today, we just launched the 0.1%, which is our new school community that is a bit more advanced. And because you're with us live, you can get 40% off for life, which means you save $203. You get your agency reviewed by me and Ollie, which is worth $1,000. And you get that completely for free only because you're with us live right now. That's not something we can do to anyone. Then you get access to AI Albert and AI Oliver and AI trained on our content. You get access to the 0.1% school and the 1% school. Then you also get unlimited Go High Level accounts. So you save $297 a month, and you get free 3 months of Build My Agent. If you're interested in that, there's a link in the description. Cool. And let's do the next agency review. I think Jay joined first. Let's pick him down, see if he's here. Yo. Can you hear me? Oh, did he leave?
Not sure. Let's just make sure they have the right permissions. I think they should. Zach could speak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Did he join back?
Let's try one more time.
You there, Jay? Interested in a live agency review?
Nope.
He's not interested. Then we get, why does it say F? Or maybe I have streamer mode on, so I can actually see.
Fire.
Yo, fire.
Ah, there we go.
Hello?
Yo.
How's it going? Do you hear us? Some delay on maybe.
And which BMA plan do you get free for 3 months? You get starter for 3 months, and if you want the growth plan, you can let us know on the support, and we can figure out a deal there. Probably 1 month of growth. So if you have multiple clients that you need on BMA, we're happy to just give you growth.
Can you hear us? What is the name? Fire?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm sorry.
Awesome. We have
hear me?
around 16 minutes to go through your agency. So let's just get into it. How long have you been running your agency, and what is it at right now in terms of revenue?
So my problem is I've been running my agency for over like 6 months now, and I still haven't landed my first client.
Shit.
Like I've been hopping through like different things too many times. Like I've been through Nate Hurt's end course. I've been selling chatbots, trying to sell chatbots, voice agents, everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't land my first client.
Yeah. Are you focusing more on Are you focused more on tech, or are you focusing more on outreach? Because you mentioned Nate Herx and N.
Yeah, so like my first outreach method was cold emailing through Instantly and scraping emails, and I was just like blasting through like 10, 15 different campaigns of like different niches, and like I basically got told to fuck off like every time. So like
Yeah, we've been there.
I went through your course now, and now I'm trying to do cold DMs. So like I'm be DMing people on Facebook, IG, and apparently like some they get interested, but then they just ghost me. Like don't want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to sell and like what to offer, and like I don't exactly know like where to get my first client.
Have you seen the free website video that we have made? It's inside the 1%.
Yeah, I have.
All right.
I tried offering free websites on Facebook DMing, but
Okay.
like they'll be interested, and I'll send them a website, and they'll just ignore me.
That is by far the most consistent way, I would say, to land your first like internet partner, your first client online. So what I would do if I was you is that watch that video again, and then go to Google Maps and find businesses that are not too big, like maybe they have 5 to 10 Google reviews, something like that. They have a lot of Google reviews, no website, and then you offer them a free website completely for free. Because what you need right now is that you've probably been focusing too much on the tech. It sounds like you can build whatever you want. The problem is the sales, and you are definitely not alone there. Like Nate Herc has a great information about NNN and building AI agents, but a lot of like AI influencers right now, they lack the sales information. So what I would do if I was you, reach out and say that you can offer them a free website completely for free in exchange for a testimonial, because then they're gonna trust you. Then you build a really good website for them. And then after that, you upsell voice agents, all of the other services. By doing that, if you build 50 or 100 free websites, you will 100% land an internet partner that wants something more. So that is what I recommend you do. I would cold call. I would still DM like you're doing now, but do the free website. And then always say that it's in exchange for a testimonial, because that builds trust. It makes it legit.
Yeah. One thing to add to that.
What do you think I should?
Just one thing to add to that. Something we actually forgot to mention is all of the upselling frameworks, also the one you have access to, Faya, inside of Classroom and systems. What I say in that introduction video is that those systems can actually be used in DMs. They can be used in cold calls. They can be used in conversations. And it sounds like you're in the US too. So you should definitely also think about doing walk-ins. But all of those systems where you sell any agent, that can be used anywhere. And I kind of explain how you do it inside of that how to use video. So I would really strongly suggest you to go into Classroom and then go into systems and then find the upselling frameworks, because you will be able to use those in your conversations. And you mentioned to us that your biggest issue is people ghosting you after you send the first message. And it's super, super common. And we know exactly why people do it. People, they do it because they feel like they're being pitched to. And when they feel like they're being pitched to, that is when they ghost you. So what you need to keep is the genuine value first mentality and genuinely wanting to help them and being childlike curious. Those are kind of the components of what makes our selling processes so damn successful. And I explained to you exactly how you keep that. And it's also kind of outlined in the question sequence. Because the truth is, if you DM someone, is this the best place to ask a question? And then you hit them with a pitch, you will probably get, volume negates any luck. So if you DM'd 1,000 people, you'll probably get someone, okay? But the way to get a lot more success with a lot less volume is having genuine conversations with people and reframing the way you do your outreach and having that conversation and offering value up front. So that is a big thing that I would do and implement into all the conversations that you also have. And you can use the same on the website.
I have a question on do I just sell one specific agent, just the chatbot, nothing else to start off, or do I do I keep in mind all the other agents as well?
It's a really good question, and what you should narrow down on is you should narrow down on improving their sales process. And what that means is you should find a niche where they kind of have the same issues. So to give you an example, a lot of the people that you'll be cold calling on Google Maps, they all have the same pain point, which is they get phone calls on Google Maps from potential clients and they miss out on those opportunities. So most of the people that you cold call, it would make so much sense to them to talk to them about how many calls they miss, because that is something that you would be able to fix. So the industry, and you can do multiple, just have to have the same kind of sales process, because then what your approach will be in the sales process is you will hop on a call with them and you will ask them, well, how does it work? Tell me, do you get text messages? Do you get SMS? How do you convert people? And then in the same niche and industry, you will have a bunch of different answers. You'll have some people that get a lot of messages on Facebook and Instagram. You'll have some people that receive a ton of phone calls, and you'll have some people that get inquiries on WhatsApp. And what you're going to be able to do there is say, okay, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to build an AI and we're going to put it on your WhatsApp. Because if you start talking about, oh, I only do voice AIs, then you make your exact same AIs that you usually do, but you just launch it on different platforms. So it's actually not that different. It's actually not that different at all. So it's about having these conversations and figuring out, okay, because if you start talking about voice AIs to someone that don't get calls, they're not going to be interested. So that's kind of the process of that.
Yeah, give them give them the free
I
website.
picture about like getting leads, not the AI.
Getting leads if you only sell the voice agent.
No, because you said like to tell them like I can help you save time and like get leads. I don't say like I just sell chatbots or voice agents like that.
You ask them
Like,
what they need. So you ask them, well, do you get a lot of phone calls? Do people call you outside of hours? And they say, yeah, people call them outside of hours. Then you say, well, do you ever miss some of those calls? And they say, yeah, I missed them once or twice. And then they maybe say, well, actually one time someone called me in the middle of the night and I didn't pick up the phone. Boom, you have asked the right question, you have a pain point, and then you can say, great, well, if you're interested, then you can check out this voice agent. It basically picks up any phone call that you don't pick up. So you can still pick up your phone calls like usual, but if you miss them or if they call outside of hours, then picks up the phone calls, boom, 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 you position the sale. So you ask them questions about what they need. And if you ever spend 6 months, like it might feel like you have wasted a bunch of time. And that's exactly how it felt for me as well. It took me 4 months to land my first client. It felt like I had wasted 4 months, but in reality, I had built the skills that it took in order to sell these agents. So you've probably learned a bunch of different agents now that you can now go out and sell if you definitely do the free website method. It's gonna help you a bunch.
Also have a question on like how to price like my services, because I'm always like kind of scared to hop on a call. Like I don't know exactly how to like ask them like to pay for this amount or like how would you charge.
Yeah, for sure. The best way to go about it is it depends a little bit on what AI you're selling, but what we usually use is we say remove the risk and make it a no-brainer offer. And when you do that, then you're going to be in a situation where people would feel stupid in saying no. So if you're selling a product that you need to charge something upfront for, which could be a website widget or a voice AI, for example, then we have something called the proof of concept offer. And this is also something we go over inside of the videos. So I think a big suggestion from both our sides is actually just watch all the damn videos and come up with the questions. Shoot them over to the AI that you also have access to now. It's going to help you a bunch. And then hop on the calls with us and reiterate on your strategy. But we use a bunch of different offers to remove risk from the actual sales resistance that you get, which will make you close the deals. And then you also do a bunch of performance-based deals if it's about selling and appointments. So we also show you how to position those exact sales calls, how you make them, how you position it, and then how you close. And those strategies is what has gotten us about 80% in conversion rate when we hop on calls with business owners. So I would say watch the videos and use the resources, use us, and use the AI that you have now, and hop on the calls here tomorrow in the 1% and on Wednesday here on the 0.1%, and we're going to be able to help you with your situation.
Yeah, just one last question. Like, I want to know, like, I feel like making these AIs like it's like super quick. Is that supposed to be like how it is? Because
Yes and no.
like,
Usually the easiest part is to create the agents. The harder part comes when you actually have to integrate it with the client, and also when you actually have to. Well, the hardest part is really to position it, but sometimes you need to integrate it. That's sometimes the hardest part when it comes to the technical thing. They might have a CRM or system that you've never heard about, and all of a sudden you have to integrate into that. That's usually the hardest part, but it's pretty easy just to follow a guide. If your question is then that why don't they do them themselves? If you are a hair salon, if you are a car detailer, if you're any local business really, and also if you are a large solar business, all you think about is solar and sales and how do you do this and how do you do that. It's very rare that they're going to spend time doing it themselves. I don't know if that's why your question was leading, but yeah, it like it's a good thing. It's a feature, not a bug. That is quick for you to set up if it can provide value still, right?
okay, all right, that's all the questions I have. So you suggest I should start cold calling instead of cold DMing,
You should do
cold email,
you should do both,
everything.
because if you send 50 messages a day, you can do maybe 30 on Facebook, maybe like 30 on IG. So that's 60 messages a day. You do that a month, that's 1,800 messages. You're probably, if you do that for a couple of months, going to get a client just by itself. Then you're also on top of that going to cold call, because you're a pretty charismatic guy. You can definitely get results with cold calling, especially if you do the free website offer. That gets you in the door. You build something, you build them a website completely for free. They don't already have a website. You provide massive amount of goodwill, and that's when you really start selling. You start upselling.
Sure, offer the free websites on Facebook as well, or no?
Yes, everywhere. And
Okay.
if they say they already have a free website, then you offer them a free Build My Agent website widget.
Okay.
Train on their business. You might
All
have
right.
to do
Thank
that.
you so much.
You can check on Google if they already have a website. You can't really do that on Facebook. So on Facebook, I would actually do the free website widget. On Google Maps, I would do the free website.
Okay. Thank you.
For sure. And you are also in the US. So when you do these cold calls, do it locally and make sure you establish trust by mentioning something in the area and also just making it clear that you live there. You don't have to tell them, that um, your address or anything, but just say that, you can mention that you live on the street next to them, or that you were considering walking into them and asking them this question, but you thought it would be better to call. Just making sure that they understand that, okay, you're actually local, will just make sure that you just remove, because the truth is a lot of businesses, they get cold called in the US. So if that is the case, then just establish that trust and you're already going to be ahead of pretty much anyone that is not in the US.
For sure.
Should I use my own phone number or should I use a different like Google Voice number?
Use your own.
Use your own.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
You got
course.
this.
Sounds good.
I can see we have 2 minutes before the cutoff of where we have to go. But if you guys have some last questions, then you can fire them in the chat, and we're gonna take a couple of last questions in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Where is the free stuff? You can watch a completely free live stream. You can go back in time and you can watch all that completely for free. We also have a free community, which if you're not in, make sure to join that too.
Yeah. Is this going to be recorded? Yes, it is. If we already got Build My Agent, do we get the next 3 months free? Yeah, if you join, hit us up on the support and we can give you a code or just do your subscription for you.
Do you run ads on LinkedIn or only Meta? I would only recommend running ads if you have a very high LTV on your clients. So if you sell massive AI systems for very big companies, then LinkedIn can be good because they have really good targeting. But we have gotten way better results ourselves on Meta. To put it in perspective, we've spent around $120,000 on Meta ads, and we've spent around $5,000 on LinkedIn ads. So you can see the return there.
Guys, what do you say about that? A lot of people suggest not working with local businesses and work with online agencies, entrepreneurs, and businesses. I think it depends on what you sell. I think both of them have a big need. Especially if you go into agencies that are not too technical, then you can sell You can sell AIs that take phone calls for agencies, or you can do AIs that do outbound outreach or to people's leads. I think agencies in general, they struggle a bit with a lot of volume. So yeah, if you can get a hold of some of the big online agencies, entrepreneurs and businesses, that's really good. But there's just a lot of agencies that just take all of their traffic and handle it manually, because it's B2B, and that's something that we have went into, but we just saw that we would be able to provide so much more value to businesses that are B2C, which is just dealing with consumers. So generally in the consumer businesses, there is just a lot more volume, which means that you're just going to be providing a lot more value. But if you can get a hold of those bigger agencies that get a lot of traffic, then you can definitely help them. And you can also put some a website widget on their website, and it would be really valuable to them.
Will there be a recording of this live stream? Yes, you can go back in the live stream and watch. And we're probably also going to make a YouTube video out of it, kind of like cut it up in the most interested segments. So you guys get a more like more value packed, even more value packed than this live stream has been. Less fluff.
Yeah.
In 1%, how do we upgrade to premium, from standard to premium? You can find it under the plans. When you go inside of Classroom, there's going to be some locked modules. Just try and click on that and you can upgrade it to premium. Awesome, guys. We are 1 minute over time, but that doesn't matter because it has been a great, awesome stream. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for our support. Johan, if you're out there, I saw that you joined the waiting room as well. I can also send you a DM on school. We can maybe do a hot seat on the live call in the 0.1 when you join that. So let's definitely take a look at that too. To summarize, guys, we're gonna end the live stream soon, so this is the last chance to get it. Only because you're with us live and you're our true supporters, you get 40% off, which means you save $203 for life on your 0.1 subscription. You get your agency reviewed, like we've done now on these live calls, but just like over Loom, which is worth $1,000, and to get that done by Ollie and Albert. You get access to the AI Albert and AI Oliver. I saw a question about that in the chat. It's inside of Classroom, inside the first module. That's where you find it. Then you get full access to the 0.1% school that we have shown. You also get access to the 1% school. So if you're right now paying $49 or $97 for that, then you get that completely for free. So you can save that. You get unlimited Go High Level accounts, and you get 3 months of Build My Agent completely for free. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a blast. I love live streaming. Let me know, guys, if you want us to do some more live streams inside of our school communities. I kind of enjoy it if we had a better camera that didn't turn off all the time. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Awesome streaming for you today. Probably something we're going to do often more.
Yeah, appreciate you.